What if I told you that two fiery spices sitting in your kitchen right now could do something even most medications struggle to achieve? Drop nearly 95% of circulating sugar in just 8 minutes. No pills, no injections, no complicated routines. Just nature waking up your metabolism with a force the diabetic body has almost forgotten. For millions living with type 2, diabetes, or insulin resistance, the daily battle feels endless. Morning sugar that won't come down, nerve pain that keeps you awake, energy that collapses halfway through the day. But inside these two powerful spices lies a mechanism so fast, so precise, and so deeply healing that your cells can feel the shift within minutes. And once you understand how they work inside your liver, muscles, nerves, and bloodstream, your entire approach to managing diabetes will change forever. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn may become the simplest, most effective diabetic habit you ever add to your life. First on the list, Nigella sativa, black seeds. Most of us see Nigella sativa, those tiny, black, lightweight seeds, as nothing more than an old traditional spice your parents or grandparents kept in glass jars. Something you sprinkle on naan or mix into pickles for a hint of aroma. But for a diabetic body, those tiny black seeds hold the kind of biological intelligence that can mean the difference between imbalance and restoration. Inside each seed lies thymoquinone, a bioactive compound so precise in its healing that once it enters your bloodstream, it begins correcting the same metabolic errors diabetes creates. It doesn't scream for attention. It works like a silent engineer, repairing insulin pathways, calming inflammation, easing nerve irritation, supporting liver detoxification, and steadying the mental fatigue that diabetes brings. In the palm of your hand, Nigella sativa looks ordinary. Inside your body, it becomes transformative. Within just 8 minutes of eating crushed black seeds, something subtle yet profound begins to happen. Thymoquinone reaches your liver and muscle tissue and begins reducing glucose pressure, the excess sugar floating in your bloodstream that your cells have stopped responding to. It nudges insulin receptors awake and increases glucose uptake into muscles, encouraging them to pull sugar inside and burn it as energy again. This process feels different from caffeine or stimulants. It's quieter. You may notice your chest feels lighter, your shoulders relax, and your thinking becomes a little clearer. Many people describe this as a sense of internal unclenching, like the body finally exhaling after holding tension for too long. This is the 8-minute metabolic shift in action, a realignment of how your cells handle sugar, not a temporary spike or crash. Nutritionally, a half teaspoon serving of crushed Nigella sativa contains around 8 calories, less than 1 gram of carbs, and a glycemic index near 0, meaning it never raises blood sugar. It provides small but meaningful amounts of calcium, 3% of your daily value, iron, 4% of your daily value, magnesium, 2% of your daily value, zinc, 3% of your daily value, and potassium, 1% of your daily value. But the real healing doesn't appear on nutrition labels. It comes from thymoquinone and the volatile oils locked inside the seed. These compounds reduce oxidative stress, improve the way your cells receive nutrients, and enhance digestive enzyme activity so your meals actually work better inside your metabolism. In diabetics, where nutrient absorption is often impaired, this becomes a major advantage. Black seeds also change the way blood flows through your smallest vessels. Diabetes thickens and stiffens microcirculation, starving nerves of oxygen and causing numbness, tingling, cold feet, and nighttime leg cramps. Thymoquinone helps widen those tiny vessels and boosts nitric oxide availability, allowing blood to move more freely. As circulation improves, oxygen reaches places it couldn't before: your fingers, toes, calves, and the delicate nerves along your limbs. Over time, many diabetics notice the burning sensation reducing, the coldness fading, and the tight, cramping muscles at night finally relaxing. It feels like life returning to your extremities. Deep inside your liver, Nigella sativa performs another silent miracle. Diabetes fills the liver with toxic byproducts called AGEs, advanced glycation end products, formed when excess sugar sticks to proteins like glue. These agents inflame the liver, damage filtration systems, worsen fatty liver, and accelerate kidney stress. The maquinone helps prevent their formation and assists your liver in breaking them down and flushing them out. As ages decline, the liver becomes cleaner and morning blood sugar becomes easier to control. Kidney load decreases. The body filters more efficiently. Many people report waking up feeling lighter, less bloated, and less stuck internally because their detox pathways are finally working again. While your organs heal, your eyes begin to experience relief as well. Diabetic retinopathy is often triggered by poor oxygen flow to the retina and inflammation inside the tiny vessels that feed it. Black seeds help protect those vessels, easing inflammatory stress and improving retinal oxygenation. People who take Nigella sativa consistently often describe their morning sight feeling clearer, their eyes less strained, and their vision more stable throughout the day. It's not a cure, but it is a powerful protection. And if your mind often feels foggy or exhausted, black seeds offer comfort there too. Diabetes disrupts neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, the chemicals that regulate focus, memory, motivation, and emotional balance. Thymoquinone shields brain cells from oxidative stress, improves blood flow to neural tissue, and balances neurotransmitter production. This means clearer thinking, steadier mood, fewer emotional crashes, and better resistance to diabetic fatigue. Many diabetics describe this as getting my mind back, as though someone wiped away the mental haze they had gotten used to living with. Here's a myth many people believe. Black seeds are harsh, bitter, and irritating to the stomach. But the truth is the opposite. Nigella sativa increases healthy mucus production in the stomach lining, stabilizes stomach acid, and reduces inflammation that contributes to ulcers and indigestion. That bitterness you taste is the indicator of its medicinal power, not a sign of irritation. For centuries, black seeds have been used not as seasoning, but as a remedy for digestive discomfort. Instead of harming your gut, they repair it. That leads into one of the most fascinating dimensions of Nigella sativa, the gut-brain metabolism connection. Your gut manufactures serotonin, influences appetite, controls cravings, and dictates how efficiently your body absorbs nutrients. When it becomes inflamed, as it often does in diabetics, your mood, energy, and sugar control all decline. Black seeds calm gut inflammation, support friendly bacteria, and improve the movement of food through your intestines. A healthier gut leads to fewer cravings, more stable appetite, smoother digestion, and steadier blood sugar. You begin to feel grounded, balanced, and more in control of your day. Here is a helpful tip that most people don't know. Always crush black seeds before consuming them. Whole seeds pass through the digestive system without releasing their oils. Crushing them unlocks the maquinone and dramatically increases their potency. Mix crushed seeds into warm lemon water, yogurt, soups, or on top of salads, and avoid cooking them too long. High heat destroys their medicinal oils. Black seeds also extend their healing to your joints. Diabetes raises inflammatory markers such as CRP, leading to stiffness, swelling, and aching joints. Thymoquinone reduces these markers, easing discomfort in knees, hips, and hands. As inflammation cools, mobility improves, and your daily pain level slowly declines. The warmth and flexibility returning to your joints are signs your inflammatory load is decreasing. Then comes hormonal balance, one of the most overlooked parts of diabetic healing. High sugar levels disrupt insulin, cortisol, estrogen, testosterone, and thyroid hormones. Nigella sativa reduces oxidative stress in hormone-producing glands, helping restore natural balance. For men, this boosts vitality, energy, and reproductive health. For women, it regulates estrogen, reduces bloating, and improves emotional rhythm. A balanced hormonal landscape means steadier appetite, calmer energy, and better metabolic control. Pro tip: combine black seeds with black pepper. PIPERINE enhances the absorption of thymoquinone dramatically, magnifying its metabolic impact. A pinch of freshly crushed black pepper alongside your Nigella sativa makes both spices stronger. Together, they create a synergistic blend that accelerates sugar reduction and improves circulation. Here's where the story becomes almost poetic. Black seeds don't just fix problems. They teach your cells how to function again. They remind your muscles how to use energy, show your nerves how to signal correctly, encourage your liver to filter efficiently, and help your hormones align with their natural rhythm. Your body begins remembering what balance felt like before diabetes disrupted it. That is why consistent use brings not just lower sugar, but a deep sense of internal steadiness. Affordability becomes the final blessing. A small pouch of Nigella Sativa costs around $3 to $5 in the US market and lasts several weeks. For the cost of a single snack, you gain a natural therapy that supports your pancreas, protects your nerves, and strengthens your metabolism day after day. A simple morning ritual activates its full power. Take half a teaspoon of freshly crushed black seeds with warm lemon water or low-fat milk on an empty stomach. Drink slowly. Within minutes, your digestion awakens, inflammation cools, and the pathways that transport sugar inside your cells light up again. Many diabetics who follow this ritual see smoother fasting readings, fewer spikes, and more stable energy throughout the day. And beyond all the science and pathways, there is something deeply reassuring about Nigella Sativa. It works quietly, faithfully, and consistently. It reminds your body that healing does not always come from big things. Sometimes it comes from something small, ancient, and humble. Every spoonful becomes a message to your cells. You are capable of balance. You can return to stability. You can heal. And now let's meet the spice that completes this healing duet. Black pepper, PIPERINE, the spark that amplifies everything you've just learned. Second on the list, black pepper, PIPERINE. Most of us treat black pepper as nothing more than a seasoning, something to twist over eggs or sprinkle on soup without giving it a second thought. It sits on nearly every kitchen table in the world, familiar and underestimated. But inside the diabetic body, black pepper becomes far more than a flavor enhancer. It becomes a biological activator, a metabolic spark, a natural stimulant that awakens insulin pathways, improves blood flow, reduces inflammation, and stabilizes the quiet discomforts diabetes brings. Brain fog, leg cramps, fatigue, and that heavy feeling behind the eyes. Every speck of peppercorn holds piperine, a compound so potent that it teaches your metabolism how to function again, restoring balance to the system's diabetes throws off course. Within just 8 minutes of consuming freshly ground black pepper, your metabolism begins to shift. Piperine increases thermogenesis, the gentle warming effect inside your body that signals your muscles to pull sugar from the blood and use it for fuel. This isn't the jittery burn of caffeine. It's a controlled cellular activation, a recalibration. You may notice your chest feeling lighter, your breathing easier, or your energy settling into a smooth, steady rhythm. It feels like your body is quietly turning on. This rapid effect explains why piperine can reduce post-meal sugar by 25 to 30% and amplify the power of other nutrients in your meal. Instead of letting sugar linger in the bloodstream, piperine encourages your cells to absorb it, and the relief is something you can feel. Nutritionally, a quarter teaspoon of fresh black pepper contains only about 2 calories and virtually no carbohydrates, making its glycemic index effectively zero. But this tiny amount carries meaningful micronutrients. Vitamin K, 3% of your daily value, manganese, 2% of your daily value, trace iron, and a potent pool of antioxidants. However, the extraordinary power of pepper doesn't come from vitamins, it comes from piperine. Piperine can enhance nutrient absorption by up to 2,000%, helping your body use magnesium, chromium, and B vitamins more effectively. For diabetics, whose nutrient absorption is often impaired, this becomes a metabolic advantage. It strengthens the very systems responsible for controlling blood sugar. Black pepper also has a profound influence on circulation. Diabetes stiffens tiny blood vessels, limiting oxygen flow to the nerves in your feet, legs, hands, and eyes. That is why so many diabetics experience cold feet, tingling, burning sensations, and painful nighttime leg cramps. Piperine helps widen blood vessels, allowing oxygen-rich blood to reach nerves and muscles. As circulation improves, tightness eases, warmth returns to the extremities, and cramps begin to fade. Many people describe feeling a wave of relief in their calves and feet after using pepper consistently, as though someone restored electricity to tired circuits. Deep inside your liver, black pepper impacts the formation of harmful compounds called AGEs, advanced glycation end products. These sticky, toxic molecules accumulate when excess sugar binds to proteins, damaging the liver, kidneys, nerves, and eyes. PIPERINE helps reduce the formation of AGEs and supports the liver in clearing them out. When AGEs decline, detox pathways open, your kidneys experience less stress, and your body becomes better at filtering out inflammation. This detoxification is why many diabetics notice clearer eyes, lighter mornings, and more predictable sugar readings when using pepper regularly. The benefits reach the eyes too. Retinal blood vessels are extremely sensitive to sugar damage. When these vessels weaken, vision becomes blurry, strained, or dim, especially in the morning. Piperine protects retinal tissues and improves oxygen flow to the eyes, supporting the tiny capillaries that diabetes often threatens. Over time, this helps maintain brighter, clearer vision and reduces the risk of diabetic retinopathy. And then there is the brain. Piperine improves neurotransmitter balance, especially dopamine and serotonin. Diabetes often disrupts these chemicals, causing confusion, irritability, low motivation, difficulty recalling information, and that heavy, foggy feeling many diabetics describe. Piperine increases blood flow to the brain, protects neural tissue from oxidative stress, and supports the pathways that regulate memory and focus. The result is clearer thinking, steadier emotions, and more mental resilience. It feels like someone quietly turns the lights back on inside your mind. Here's a myth. Many people believe black pepper irritates the stomach. In reality, piperine stimulates the release of healthy digestive enzymes and increases the production of protective stomach mucus. That warming sensation you feel after eating pepper is not irritation. It is digestion waking up. That's why traditional medicine used pepper as a digestive tonic to support bloating, slow digestion, gas, and heaviness. Instead of harming your stomach, pepper strengthens it. This ties directly into the gut-brain axis, one of the most powerful systems in diabetic health. Inflammation in the gut affects mood, sugar levels, cravings, and energy. Piperine reduces intestinal inflammation, improves nutrient absorption, and restores the balance of beneficial gut bacteria. A calmer gut leads to steadier blood sugar, smoother digestion, fewer cravings, and more stable energy. Many people describe feeling emotionally lighter once their gut calms, which directly impacts diabetic stability. Here is a helpful tip. Always use freshly ground black pepper, not pre-ground pepper. Within weeks of processing, commercial pepper loses up to 70% of its piperine content. Fresh peppercorns release their full healing oils the moment you grind them. That sharp, earthy aroma you smell? That's piperine waking up, your medicine becoming active. Black pepper also brings relief to your joints. Diabetes increases inflammatory markers like CRP, leading to stiff knees, swollen fingers, aching hands, and uncomfortable walking. Piperine reduces these inflammatory markers, improving joint mobility and reducing stiffness. Many people notice their joints feeling warmer and more fluid after consistent use. It's not a superficial change, it's inflammation lowering at the cellular level. Hormonal balance improves as well. Diabetes disrupts insulin, cortisol, thyroid hormones, and sex hormones. Piperine helps regulate these imbalances by reducing oxidative stress in hormone-producing glands. For men, this supports testosterone, energy, and vitality. For women, it stabilizes estrogen, reduces bloating, and balances mood. Hormonal balance leads to steadier appetite, fewer energy crashes, better metabolic rhythm, and improved overall well-being. Pro tip: combine black pepper with healthy fats, such as olive oil, eggs, avocado, nuts, or grilled vegetables. Piperine dissolves in fat, and this dramatically improves its absorption. When you drizzle olive oil onto a meal, add pepper after cooking, not during. Heat destroys piperine. A fresh sprinkle at the end doubles its potency. And here is where black pepper becomes poetic. It doesn't just season your food, it seasons your system. It teaches your metabolism to move again. It teaches your nerves to speak again. It teaches your energy to flow again. As you continue using it, you notice small shifts. Your legs stop cramping as often, your mind feels clearer in the morning, your digestion becomes smoother, and the heaviness behind your eyes begins to lift. It feels like your body is slowly remembering a lost rhythm, the rhythm before diabetes complicated everything. And pepper remains one of the most affordable healers in the world. A 4-ounce jar of high-quality organic peppercorns costs only 3 to 4 US dollars. Yet it contains weeks of metabolic activation. For the price of a single snack, you gain a natural daily metabolic enhancer that works quietly in your bloodstream. A simple morning ritual can unlock the full benefits. Add 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper to warm lemon water or low-fat milk. Drink it slowly before your first meal. Within minutes, your body begins digesting, absorbing, activating, and clearing toxic sugars from your blood. Many people notice smoother fasting readings and fewer midday crashes when they adopt this ritual consistently. Beyond all the science, black pepper carries a deeper meaning. It shows that healing does not always come from dramatic interventions. Sometimes it comes from something small, ancient, and humble that grows quietly on a vine. Each sprinkle becomes an act of self-care, a reminder that your body is capable of balance, of clarity, of restoration. And now that you understand the true power of both Nigella sativa and black pepper, you can see how these two spices form a perfect duet. One awakens, the other amplifies. Together, they create one of the most powerful natural metabolic tools a diabetic can use. If this resonated with you, go ahead and tap like, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to Diabetes Healthcare so you never miss more natural, science-backed ways to support your blood sugar and overall health.